Good morning, everyone. I'm back quickly because one of my amazing, oh, can you see? I've got my bathing suit on underneath. I'm ready to go. I don't wear makeup when I go to the Dead Sea or the beach because there's no point. It'll melt off. And I don't worry about this messy hair because it's about to get destroyed by swimming and all sorts of sun activities. But before I departed, I got a really amazing message from one of my subscribers, you know who you are, who came up with a really amazing suggestion. She's like, Alicia, you are running several amazing challenges right now. And it would probably be really helpful if you just did a quick reminder for everyone and maybe listed the due dates or told us the due dates again and maybe provided the links so that we can make sure we're entering all of them. And I was like, oh, that is such a good idea. Thank you so much. So I thought I would do that quickly before we depart. So let me remind you that I had a request to do a Flatmail challenge again. And my concern was cost, folks, always, right? I don't want you spending tons of money to mail stuff to me. But I figured out that if I limited you to like those envelopes from the Dollar Tree or smaller, and that you could send me Flatmail here in the Holy Land for, if you're in the US, for $1.25 or less. And at least it would be more affordable from the UK or Australia or anywhere else in Europe. So I do have a current Flatmail challenge going. And I showed you the prize pack. It's that mega prize pack that I got for Amber. And I'll put that link below. And the due date to receive that is August 1st. So I have to have it in my hand by August 1st, folks. I'm going to remind you, it takes up to 3 weeks for mail to get here. That's very, very important. 3 weeks. So budget enough time for it to arrive. Now, they do tell me sometimes it comes in 2 weeks, but I wouldn't chance it, folks. Look what happened this week. They didn't deliver mail all week, right? We could have a week's mail delay and not know it. So leave yourself 3 weeks to make sure I get that in hand by August 1st. So that is Flatmail Challenge. And again, I left it wide open. Whatever you can put in there. It could be an inchie, like those little inchies that Sabrina makes. It can be a piece of ephemera. It can be a rosette. It can be a shaker. It can be a Memdex card. It can be a journaling card. It could be, oh my goodness, the options are just like endless. I could keep going. It could be a mini album. It could be whatever you want to make. A mini book. I know that Rhonda makes mini books, and so do I. So if you want to put one of those in there, by all means. Whatever you were inspired to make is what I want you to send. So that is the Flatmail Challenge. Again, as long as it fits into one of those envelopes from Dollar Tree, or the small ones that can go for a stamp, right? Internationally, that's all it requires. And you have to be 18 years old and over, unfortunately, to enter. I did have a young crafter reach out to me who is under 18 and who's been watching these videos, loves the projects, really wants to participate, and I so apologize. There are rules in the US that prevent me from allowing you to participate. I know it seems really unfair. One of maybe your options is to partner with a parent. And if your parent submits the entry, then that's a way for you to participate. And I know that seems really unjust, but these are the rules, folks. We're really not allowed to engage with minors on any level, and I'm so sorry. Okay, so that is our Flatmail Challenge. August 1st is the deadline. Mega prize pack, right? Well, our next challenge is the 100 Subbie Giveaway. And folks, that ends in 2 weeks. And this one is super simple. You can make a VR telling us like Alicia's VR, which was like so moving yesterday, telling us how you got involved in crafting, or tell us who inspired you, or how you found your way through YouTube. You guys know for me, it's Crafting with Liller. She is my amazing woman and always will be. And yes, Tony Craftbridge also is someone I follow, and I think she's wonderful, as you heard yesterday, and you've heard me say it before. But Lily is the person who facilitated this for me. I want to know who made this easier for you. Who encouraged you? Who just gave you that little push you needed when you needed it most? Just make a VR or an Instagram post, or make a small project that person taught you how to make. You know, like I learned how to make those mini envelopes, those really cute ephemera envelopes from Tony Craftbridge. I did her tutorial, I did her file folders, and her mini envelopes. I just watched her tutorial a couple times, prototyped it, and then started making them. And she's the person that taught me how to do that. So that would be a really simple project share. I could make one of those and just come on here for 3 minutes and be like, hey, this is my little mini envelope, letter envelope ephemera piece that I learned how to make from Tony. And that would count, folks. The other option is to send a rack box. And a rack is R-A-K, and it stands for Random Act of Kindness Box. So it could be a rack envelope or a rack box that you send to someone of your choosing, just brightening their day. And we know that Monty, the polka dot pinecone, did that yesterday. And sent it to Tony at Craftbridge, and she opened it up and did this great video about Monty's work and how much she was inspired by it. And she talked about this challenge and that it was part of this challenge. So that's another way that you can do it. You can send a rack to somebody and brighten their day. So that's one way of doing it. And, you know, there was another way of doing it. Wait, and I'm losing my mind because I can't remember what the fifth option was. I'm telling you, all this sun, folks, and it's like my brain stops working. I will come back to it. But the deadline for that is 2 weeks. It's the end of this month, folks. So I only have a couple of weeks to get that done. But thankfully, you don't have to mail anything. You could do a VR response. You could do an Instagram post. So it's up to you. Oh, and you can mail a card to that person. I'm sorry, that was the fifth option. Make a card and mail it to them. They would love it. They would love it. Or an e-card even. Design an e-card and send it. So that is the 100 Subbie giveaway, and that ends at the end of this month, the last day of this month, to get your name into that. And I'm going to put all the names in, either probably into my blessed hat, bless your heart hat, and pull out a name, and that's going to be our winner. And you do get extra points for innovation. I always give extra points for innovation. If you're a shabby maker and you make something Maggie Holmes clean, and a couple of you did, I was so impressed. A couple of you took this at my word and you did it, and you got extra points on my chart. I have a little chart, and you got them, folks. And those of you who are, a Maggie Holmes maker, if you go super shabby or super blingy, power to you. You're going to get a couple extra names in that draw, because that takes guts. Believe me, I know. Wait till you see Nice Memdex. You'll get what I mean. I know what it takes. So to step out of your comfort zone and try to do something new, you get extra names in the draw. So that is the 100 Subbie giveaway. I'll link it down below again with the prize pack. It's the same one. The prize pack for that is huge, folks. It's either the Dreamer Kit designed by Lily, which I think is the most amazing paper pack, or it's the AliExpress package. And that is humongous. I can't even list everything. That package is so big. And this is open to international and US equally. So that's the 100 Subbie giveaway, right? Okay. Now I have a mini record challenge right now, and loads of people wrote in and said, can I get in on this? And I'm so sorry, folks. I really only had 5 to give away, and I drew those names randomly from my regular subscribers, and I felt terrible afterwards. So many people wrote in when they saw that record video and were like, I want to do this. So that makes me think that in the future I am going to do something like this again, because so many of you wanted to participate. But folks, that is limited to the people that were chosen out of my hat. And I'm so sorry. And that they know they're now having an extra 8 days on that deadline. So originally I had worked out that deadline, and I'm actually going to email you when I get back from the desert and give you the new deadline with the new postal dates, because mail didn't go out this week. So how can I possibly have you do it by that deadline when we lost a week of mail? So folks, those are limited to those 5 people. That is a closed challenge, and I'm so sorry. I never do closed challenges, but I was really inspired because okay, Alicia was super generous, right? The second she saw that I didn't know where those records came from, she told me about this Maggie Holmes Shine collection that I knew nothing about. But I have had a couple of occasions where I've dropped by people's channels and asked them about something really cool they're using, and they just wouldn't share it with me. And I thought that was so weird, because we'll never make the same things, and that was the point of this challenge. So I'm so sorry that this one is closed. I promise you I have slotted in the future that we'll do another one where it's not. But I just didn't count on you all wanting to do this record challenge. And we are excited to see what they make with it, folks. We are. So that one is a closed challenge. And our final challenge, folks, which is open to everyone, whether you're a subscriber or not, whether you have a YouTube channel or not, whether you have an Instagram or not, doesn't matter. You get to make anything, and I mean anything. It can be a poem, it can be a letter, it can be a card, it can be a postcard, it can be a piece of ephemera, it can be a rosette, it can be a rack box, it can be whatever you want to make. And all Lisa and I are asking you to do, and it's a joint project between Lisa, Made New to Create, and I, we're asking you to please send it to a random person on YouTube who you just think is cool, or you love, or you like the work of, or you feel is really supportive or innovative. Send it to them randomly. Let them know you're doing this challenge and that you want it to brighten their day. And hopefully, like Tony, they'll make a little video or they'll notify us, letting us know that you did this. But we'll take you at your word. So you just let Lisa and I know you participated and your name's going into that draw. Folks, we're going to do that draw on August 1st, and it's for a big prize. It's for a Big Shot Sizzix die cutter and a whole whack of dies. Okay, a whole whack of dies. So this is a really great challenge. Spread the word, folks. We want to make as many people's lives happier as we can, and we want to also make sure that a die cutter gets to somebody who needs it, who doesn't have one, or who doesn't have a lot of making supplies because they live in an area that doesn't have a Tuesday morning, or they don't have access to cherry on top. This is an accessibility challenge, meaning we want to make sure we're making art, which is therapeutic and healthy and happy for everyone. We want to make it accessible for everyone. And that's what this one's about. So all those entries have to be in by July 31st, because we're going to do the draw on August 1st, folks, for this big prize pack. So thanks again to my subscriber who said, hey, Alicia, give us a rundown of those challenges again. Give us the due dates again, because we really want to participate. Thank you so much. Your feedback matters more to me than anything else. And when you tell me something like this, I listen and I respond. So thanks again, folks. Those are the challenges explained, all the deadlines, and I will list them below. And now I'm off to the desert. Until later, bye for now.